Hi everyone, I'm Claire.
And I'm John.
And today we're talking about crop tops for kids. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that crop tops are back in fashion, which is a very weird experience for me because I remember the arrival of crop tops. Yes, I was born in the 80s and then, started getting into fashion in the 90s. So I am no stranger to the crop top. But I guess for the younger ones out there, it might seem like something new, something fresh.
What's this new thing? Yeah, new.
New, depending on your perspective. But we'll get into perhaps the details of this latest iteration of the fashion trend in a bit. But before we get to the new article, what are your thoughts on crop tops for children, John?
For children? Well, this gets kind of right into the article, doesn't it?
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, I don't see a problem. I think there's a lot of ways to express yourself, and clothing is just one of them. And I know the arguments that are going to be coming, and I know what many people around me might be saying, or would say if I actually talked to them. But yeah, I don't see a problem.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think I understand you completely on that one. But yeah, there's a lot of opinions, so we'll save that for part two. But yeah, as I said in my preamble, I am no stranger to the crop top. I recognize this as an 80s and 90s fashion, although I'm sure that's not the first time. But can you recall any fashion trends from your childhood that were controversial?
I was born in the 90s, so I was kind of growing up around the whole trend of trying to be as thin and what is the word for when you look what's the word for
androgynous?
Androgynous, yes.
Androgynous.
Oh, that's when you could look like a man or a woman. It's kind of like in between. You could do either side. Well, not do either side, but look like either side. And that was like the fashion trend, but what was controversial about it probably wasn't the androgyny, but rather the health side of things. They're like, maybe it's not the greatest idea to be trying to force your body into this very, very thin, unhealthy look.
Good point. I think, body sizes do count as fashion trends. And gosh, yes, the super skinny is very controversial.
Oh, yeah, we're talking more about clothing, huh?
Because I was thinking about, again, we're similar era. Do you remember the sort of grunge trend of the 90s? And it was like the biggest, baggiest,
Jinko jeans,
oldest looking, scruffy thing, scruffy look. And I remember a lot of adults really hating this. Oh, kids today, they look like they don't care about fashion, or they don't take care of themselves, the unwashed hair look. And I do believe, yes, the looking like you didn't care about fashion was kind of the point.
But fashion.
I think a lot of older people found that quite controversial.
And then right after that was the emo phase. Basically tight clothing, which is kind of the opposite of what they're doing. And like black tight clothing, could be spikes and chains and stuff like that. It was like almost like a emotional punk. Yeah,
emo is emotional rock. But I suppose all those sort of more alternative fashions often caught the ire of the older generation. Oh, they look scruffy, they look too aggressive. Oh, take off those safety pins, you bad punks.
The safety pins, it's a huge issue nowadays, safety pins.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
A lot of controversial fashion throughout the eras. Anyway, so let's get into the article. You can read it all the way through, or perhaps just the summary if you want the main ideas, and you'll see the various sort of for and against arguments about this latest fashion trend.
Crop tops. Clothing that reveals a person's stomach, also known as crop tops, can look attractive on adults, but there is disagreement as to whether it is appropriate for children. Those who say it's okay point out that this clothing offers comfort and freedom of movement, and that there's nothing shocking about seeing a child's stomach. But others say that crop tops are too revealing. Parents face a dilemma. They want to respect their children's clothing choices, but they have a duty to protect them against being sexualized.